What's up, Mans League? Today we're going to be tasting the Ardbeg Uigeadail. So the nose is smoky, hints of victory. Let it settle for just a minute here. That is good. There's a palate there with notes of total domination, major win, season-saving victory, and the finish is spectacular, unprecedented, new high score, you might even say. And with no further ado, let's get into the Week 10 recap. So first up, in a cousin battle, Trevor was facing off against Zoe, the Rocketeer. Zoe cruised out to a pretty easy win, won by almost 80 points, and recorded the highest scoring player of the week with Nick Chubb putting up 41 points. Good news for Trevor, the Packers won this week. Next up, we had Caleb facing off against Rod, and Rod squeaked out a 0.9 points victory over Caleb. Caleb went into the Monday night games down by quite a bit, but Matt Breida had a huge game. Ultimately wasn't quite enough for either Caleb or the 49ers as they both come up just short. Then we had No Fear James White is here, which is Leo, going up against Cody's LA Chargers, and Cody rolled to a pretty easy win there. Got some nice point stacking going on with Phillip Rivers throwing a touchdown pass to Melvin Gordon and a touchdown pass to Keenan Allen. Then Mark helped me out in kind of the race for the playoffs and kept his own slim hopes alive with a win over Tyler. And Mark actually had a player of the week, or an honorable mention of the week, I should say, with Christian McCaffrey with that big Thursday night game. And then last but certainly not least, the marquee matchup of the week. Myself against Peru, expected to be kind of a close match coming in. It turned out not to be the case, unfortunately, for Peru. I put up 240.9 points en route to setting not only the week high, but the season high. A few notes about my victory, since this is, after all, my video. I not only had a perfect start-sit in terms of playing a perfect lineup relative to what I had on my team, but the most interesting and I think impressive fact is that if I had taken out my second highest scoring player, Mitchell Trubisky, and had started Andy Dalton, the quarterback I was contemplating starting in place of him, I still would have put up 211 points, which still would have not only been enough to be the high score of the week and easily beat Peru, but would have still been a season high, despite the fact that Andy Dalton only had 9 points, whereas Mitchell Trubisky had 38.6, I believe. So definitely a great week. Kind of got big games from all my receivers, big games from all my running backs other than Joe Mixon. Obviously a huge game from Trubisky, and solid points from my defense and special teams. Unfortunately for Peru, that's also the second time when I've put up a high score when facing him. So I'm sure he's relieved to be moving on to other opponents. And I'm certainly hoping to keep the momentum going here in Week 11. So good luck to everybody this coming week, except for Caleb, who I'm playing. Caleb, good luck in Week 12. And see you guys at the games. And one more quick note I almost forgot to add. So need to run through the player awards of the week. So MVP was Zoe with Nick Chubb. The player of the week was myself with David Johnson. Honorable mention, Christian McCaffrey, or Mark. And then the defensive player of the week actually goes to Peru. There's some small silver lining there with Wesley Woodyard having a big game for him, and he was actually named the AFC player of the week. So well done, Wesley Woodyard. There's one small victory for you, Peru.